honestly, I can't say I was looking for a transition. It just took things to take place. It was those messages, like when you say when I say be thankful to those yeses and those no's from God.
Yeah, right.
Those were my no's. My simple no's, I was quick to overlook. So I had to sit here and have certain things take place. I had to go in and out the hospital because I still was stern on fighting that. No, this is gonna work. This is going to work. He would give me that talk that everything was going to be okay. He wasn't going to do it again. I mean, it was sucking me into the work. And I was in belief in it. I was in belief.
In a hospital from...
I would have to walk to the hospital, walk from the hospital back to because I was in Houston. I had my own vehicle, but my keys would be taken from me, so I can't use
you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I've climbed. I don't know how I climbed while I was pregnant, but I've climbed on top of a carport because my keys were thrown up top of there, and I had to get my keys just so I can enter back into my home because I was scared. I was trapped outside, and I didn't know where he was to come run on me.
And so you had a couple of experiences in the vehicle while driving.
Several. It's said that women go through the explosions it takes about 7 times before they get out of a domestic violence relationship. I say that's a minimum. I'm kind of against that because the more I talk to women, and even if it's not just women, I talk to men too. We go through it a lot, and it's because mainly, that person enters our life when I feel like we're weak, and that person knows how to grasp those weak points in you. And if nobody else was doing that, and that brings you joy and happiness, then what you're gonna do? And when I have people just talking to me and let me know that I should stay with him, it's gonna work. This is how relationships be sometimes.
Yeah, gotta take the good with the bad.
Yeah,
girl, he was there for you when you was down.
And then they want to tell their stories and how they made it through, but it's like your growing up era is totally different from mine. So, but I'm trying to put mine with theirs because they're the ones who telling me. So that's how I just feel like I had to stay. I had to make it work.
Okay, so that point, what was that breaking point to like? That
breaking point was I can't even say the very last time I encountered physical abuse. It was shortly before my son was born, and that was in October. So this all took place my whole pregnancy, and maybe within the month of that he was going to be born, or right before that. Still trying to make it work. Still thinking we can make this work, and an explosion took place. And I want to say at that time, that's when he body slammed me to the ground, and I was literally 9 months pregnant. So
this dude body slammed you while you were. Dang, I want to go find him myself right now. Dang.
Yeah. But it's okay though.
It's okay.
It's okay though, because I had to go through that to learn from it. Therefore, I can't, when I try to reach out to other victims, because all this that I'm open up and able to speak to you about before, when I was going through it, I cannot open my mouth to say this. I didn't know how to form a sentence to tell you this.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. I didn't want to.
I'm embarrassed.
Yes.
So wasn't there an instance of something about jumping out of a car or?
Yes. So that led into the very last time. After he body slammed me, he was out. All his things were out. And then it was literally, that was the week of me going into labor. So that week before, a few days before I had my son, that's when that took place. And didn't want him around. But at the time, I wasn't quick to call my mom because at that point, I'm fed up. I'm tired of you going through this. I'm not here. Basically, they give up on you. Your support, your people who want y'all, your family, your friends, and it's understanding that they give up on you, but at the same time, that's why I stand today to let people know, don't give up on them. Don't give up. And then I try to let people know that suffering, if somebody is giving up on you, I won't give up on you. I won't give up on you because you can make it through. It takes time. It takes the stumbles and stuff. But, you can make it through. So I didn't want him to come to the hospital. I didn't want him to be there at birth for my child because he just body slammed me. But his mom didn't know that. My mom didn't know that because, again, I knew that they felt how they felt already, while one was just in belief, you can get over this, it's gonna be okay, and the other one is just, I'm tired of talking to you about this. So he ended up at the hospital with me, and didn't have many people at the hospital because I was out of town. Ended up being left at the hospital with him. Had some hard times during the labor. Nobody else was there but him and the nurses. I was in the hospital ready to give birth, but I would not open my mouth or look at that man or talk to that man because I was so upset. Because I still remember you just body slammed me, and I'm fed up.
And
that's
you
when
up
I
here
felt
like ain't nothing happened.
Yes, you up here like nothing happened. So he's there, and things just started shifting. Even though I wanted to keep him just shut off, I needed him at one point. I needed him to go get the nurses for me.
It's kind of like at the beginning of the relationship. I was there at your lowest point.
Yep.
And I'm here again.
Yep.
You need me.
Yep.
You love me.
Yep. So had a baby, get out the hospital. He starts coming back to the house after I had cut it off and stopped him from coming. He starts coming back again. And then it was finally got it to stop because another explosion. I think at that time, see, I'm trying to come to the very last one for you.
That's
but
cool.
that time I got stabbed in the back of my head by my ear.